Now the next topic, that is breathing, mechanism of breathing in humans. So as we all know, what exactly is breathing? Breathing is a process, it is a physical process where there is the entry of oxygen and exit of carbon dioxide. So breathing and respiration are two different things. Respiration is breakdown of organic food material to release the energy in the form of ATP, and breathing is exchange of gases, that is majorly it is a physical process which involves intake of oxygen inside the lung and exit of carbon dioxide outside the lungs. So let's start about mechanism of breathing in man. Here we require three important structures. First, intercostal muscles, second, ribs, and third is the diaphragm, which are present in the thoracic cavity. As we all know, what is diaphragm? It is a dome-shaped structure which divides the thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity. Correct? Next, intercostal muscles. These are the muscles which connects the one rib with the another rib. So now, mechanism of breathing takes place in two steps, that is inspiration and expiration. Inspiration is the first step in the mechanism of breathing, right? Here, inspiration means taking of oxygen inside the lung is generally called as inspiration or inhalation. Now, what happens in the inhalation? The intercostal muscles and the diaphragm undergoes contraction, right? Whatever the intercostal muscles and the diaphragm is there, it undergoes contraction, due to which the volume of the thoracic cavity increases and the air pressure inside the lung decreases, right? So take a simple example. I am taking in oxygen. See here. It means the volume of the thoracic cavity increases, but the air pressure inside the lung decreases. Air pressure inside the lung decreases means there is no air inside the lungs are empty, so more and more oxygen will enter inside the lungs. This process is called inhalation or inspiration. Now during inspiration, what happens is that the dome-shaped diaphragm becomes flat or flattened. That process is called inhalation or inspiration. Now the second step, that is called expiration, just opposite of it, right? Vice versa, inversion. Expiration, the process which involves exit or removal of carbon dioxide from the lung, is called as expiration or exhalation, and it is the second step in the method of mechanism of breathing. Now what happens in expiration? During its expiration, intercostal muscles and diaphragm undergoes relaxation. Now as they undergo relaxation, the volume of the thoracic cavity decreases and the air pressure inside the lung increases. Just opposite. Here it was contraction, here it was relaxation. Here the volume of thoracic cavity increases, here the volume of thoracic cavity decreases and the air pressure inside the lung increases. Now as the air pressure inside the lung increases, right, what happens is that पूरी तरह से आपका lungs अब air से भरा हुआ है, right? The lungs are fully filled with the air, they are hyperinflated, so now more and more carbon dioxide will be eliminated outside the lung, right? This process is called exhalation or expiration. During expiration, the diaphragm again regains its original shape, that is, it becomes dome shape. This is called mechanism of breathing in man, right? Okay, so let's just have a small distinguishing part. I have just made a flowchart where the distinguishing between the inspiration and expiration. So inspiration, first method or the first step. Expiration, second step. Inspiration, taking of oxygen. Expiration, release of carbon dioxide outside the lung. During inspiration, intercostal muscle and diaphragm undergoes contraction. Here the intercostal and muscles and diaphragm undergoes relaxation. Due to the contraction, volume of thoracic cavity increases. Here the volume of thoracic cavity decreases. Air pressure inside the lung decreases. Air pressure inside the lung increases. In inspiration, if the air pressure inside the lung decreases, इसका मतलब lungs के अंदर कोई भी air नहीं है, so more and more oxygen will enter inside the lung. यहाँ पे air pressure decreases, air pressure increases, it means that they are totally filled with the air, and that's why more and more carbon dioxide will be eliminated outside the lung. Here the diaphragm becomes flattened or flat. Here again the diaphragm becomes dome shape. This is mechanism of breathing. Thank you.